Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Today we have here with us Jai Gaursundar Prabhu, Gaurbanacari. He is from Gujarat. He did his masters in microbiology and he signed 5-year contract as a head of fermentation department of Saravai Mark, making vitamin C. In 1969, he went to USA, and later in 1976, he developed a lab test to detect infection, which was so successful that he trained other representatives of United States and from India. He got initiated by His Holiness Satswarup Das Goswami Maharaj at 1982. He helped monetarily many ISKCON South American temples and other temples, and he was the temple president of Phoenix, Arizona in 2004. So we are very privileged to have here with us His Grace Jai Gaursundar Das Gaurbanacari,
Thank you.
who is officially a Vanaprastha devotee in whole of ISKCON. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So Prabhu, we can start by saying how you got connected to ISKCON in your early days.
In early days, when I was in 4 years after arriving to USA, I went to visit New York State, New York City.
Yeah.
And I stayed with my friend in New Jersey, Passaic, New Jersey. And he, after visiting on a Saturday evening, he told me that there is a temple here. Do you want to go to the temple? I said, temple? Because that was the word new to me in American country.
Yeah.
So I said, yes, definitely. So next Sunday, we went to the Manhattan Temple where Radha Govinda residing. So Sunday program I attended. Funny thing is that we didn't, me and my wife and 2 children, we just saw the deity, and normally never been in ISKCON. We just like standing, bow down, and then move aside, and because the Gora Arati was going on. So we were standing in one side, and all the time we were seeing the devotees, Western devotees, first time jumping up and down with the so we and then after there was a class, Sunday class.
Yeah.
Sunday class was given, but the person was American, and the pronunciation some of Bengali verses were so odd that we didn't understand anything except Krishna on some names. Kabir. And after class, our friend told us there will be a feast, Sunday feast.
Yeah.
So he told us, warned us, that when you take prasadam in India, when you go to temple, you get this much, like a very small amount of halwa or something as a prasadam. Here, they will serve you the whole plate, rice, dal, sabji, chapati, to whole thing, and sweets also. So, because he told me, because we are in, we are always having the spicy food. So this won't be, it's not spicy, you may not like it. and so don't take too much.
Yeah.
Whatever you take, you eat. If you don't take it and put it in trash can, the devotees will take it out from the trash can. They will eat. I say my remnants. I don't want anybody to eat my remnants.
Yeah.
And I determine that whatever you know, whether I like it or not, I have to finish it.
Yeah.
But what happened? First bite of halwa changed my consciousness completely. Really, that this is a real prasadam.
Yeah.
We ate everything, and from there on, when we came back to Baltimore,
Yeah.
I was looking for the temple, for Hare Krishna temple, but I could not find it
Yeah.
because I didn't have any information.
Yeah.
So one time I was going in a bus, and some devotees, Western devotees, wearing saffron and all that, they were doing kirtan outside
Yeah.
on the street. Now this was I have never seen this kind of kirtan on the street, so I made a big, I'm committed an offense actually, that these people, because I haven't seen it like this in India, and especially in Gujarat, so I said these people are ruining our religion,
Yeah.
and that was my offense. So, but I didn't connect that these people are the same people who
Yeah.
are, devotees like in New York. But anyway, so for some time I didn't find the temple.
Yeah.
So one time there was something new, that was a new mall was open. Mall means all the shops are in one place.
Yeah.
So that mall word also was new for us. So me and my wife went to see, with the two boys, see the mall. So we saw the mall, all the shops are, previously there were isolated shops, now that everything is one place. So when we saw, and we were standing, and then when standing, one Western girl came to me and pinned the rose on my shirt.
Yeah.
So I gave her $2. And I asked her, what is this for? And she said, it is for needy people. I said, okay. Then after a while, when she went back and then came back, and she told me that actually you are from India, so I want to tell you that I am collecting for ISKCON temple here in Baltimore. I said, temple here? She said, yeah. I said, don't go away. Tell me where is the temple.
Yeah.
So she gave me the address. Now that address was familiar to me. 200 Bloomsbury Avenue. Before 1975, one of my friends came from India, and he was looking for a job. At that time, that building, there were nursing home. Nursing home means old people live there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the management was looking for person who can take care of the property. So my friend, I took him to that, and we look around. The manager told us that he will get $100 a weekly salary, and he will supply a cabin to stay for him. But he didn't like it.
Krishna works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
How I really like that. How even despite all the shock, the cultural shock that you got when you went to the temple for the first time, you saw these Western devotees jumping, but it was the taste of halwa that
That was
really like got you connected.
changed my consciousness.
You couldn't get that out of your mind. Not only you finished the whole plate,
Yeah.
you constantly constantly kept on thinking how, even when you went back to Baltimore, you were
Yeah.
constantly thinking, how
Yeah.
you
I
could
was
find
looking
a
for
similar
this
place.
Yeah.
So
And
Prabhu, so that's why I would like to ask you.
one thing I want to add,
Yeah.
that when we went first time in Baltimore Temple,
Yeah.
that girl was waiting for us, and temple person put a garland on me. At that time, we took a prasadam. The halwa was exactly the same
It's
taste.
the same
Yeah.
recipe.
So from then on, we never went to any program on Sundays.
Yeah.
We started going to the temple only.
Yeah.
No social programs.
But Sunday program is amazing. Even when I was small, even in our temples, they used to have Sunday programs, and it was seems like it was a success in every center of ISKCON,
Yeah.
because it was success in where I was, a success in where you were. These people loved going to this feast. How prasadam can really like draw so many more people to the movement. It's amazing.
So the prasadam is the key
It's the
for
key.
bringing people.
Srila Prabhupada's bullets.
Yes.
So Prabhu, did you find any difficulty in practicing Krishna consciousness in the West?
Not difficulty was only thing that because I was working for the government
Yeah,
and I was head of many people,
yeah,
so I wouldn't wear tilak. First time when I went to the temple,
yeah,
a devotee, he he put tilak on my
Forehead.
forehead.
yeah.
That was the first time. His name was Mahakram. He was a library party in Prabhupada's time. So he became friendly with us. So one time what happened, we invited them, and one thing, okay, I go back to thing. I had visited New Vrindavan in those days.
Yeah.
So when I visited New Vrindavan, I was thinking to become a life member. So, but we stayed there only for a few days.
Yeah.
And when we went to the temple, in the temple, all of a sudden the Satsuru Maharaj's group came, 23 people came. And I asked the people, where these people come from? So one person who was sitting next to me, his name was Mahakram. He was the right hand of Satsuru Maharaj. So he was in a library party with other devotees. You know Ganashyam.
Maybe.
Bhakti, wait a minute. Black devotee. Bhakti, I have so many Bhakti tunes.
Yeah. I have so many Ganashyams.
Okay. So anyway, and they were in a library party, and when he was saying, so he said to me that as a pure devotee, has taken over this zone, Baltimore and some other temple, and his name is Satsvarup Das Goswami, and he said, would you like to see him? I said, I will next time. This time I had to go back to work. So meanwhile I had told him that I want to become a life member. Should I become a life member in New Vrindavan or here? He said, no, not in Vrindavan, here. I said, okay. come to my house Wednesday, and I will give you $1,111 to make me a life member. So he said, two people will come. I said, fine. Take, you know. So both of them came on Wednesday, and they sat down, chant some bhajan, and then I gave them check, donation check, and I asked them, would you like to eat what we cook? He said, yes. So I said, okay, Wednesday you come and take prasadam for us. So I told my wife, she was working with in a hospital also. She has microbiology background also. So she said, she was off on Wednesday. So I told her that two devotees are coming. So make preparation, all the preparation we eat in the evening. I used to eat rice, dal, chapati, sabji, and sweet and all that. So I told her, don't put too much spice in there for them.
Yeah.
So they came and they ate, and they liked it so much.
Yeah.
So what happened, what we thought we had made more than enough for two people, but they finished everything, and they were asking for
more.
Can we have that? And we said, I'm sorry, because it has onion and garlic, because that was ours. Made so.
Prabhu, when you became Krishna conscious, you mentioned you were head of many people and you had many places where you were working. So, did you have any difficulty maintaining that Krishna consciousness while you were working simultaneously?
So, I only had difficulty in not putting in tilak.
Yeah.
But then that Mahakram told me, you can put water tilak. Make a water tilak. That was, So, but when I go to work, I had my own office. In office, outside, my secretary sits there.
Yeah.
So nobody can come in my room without my permission. Means secretary will come and ask, this and this person is coming to see you. Do you want? And if I say yes, he will allow. Otherwise, not.
Yeah.
So our labs were on 3 different floors of the new in a building.
Yeah.
So first thing I will do, morning, I will put my lunch bag and my bag also, and go out. Go to each and every lab. 93 people, the different area. That head, section heads, under working people under them, I will go and talk to each one, and I will ask them. I remember, if a person has dog or cat, I will ask person, how is that cat doing?
Yeah.
So she will be excited and describe my cat, this thing and that thing. At that time, I'm chanting Hare Krishna in my mind. I'm not listening.
Wow.
This is how I, did this. But later on, people found out that I was Hare Krishna. So I didn't have any problem with after
That's
that.
good.
But this was the difficulty. But for chanting,
yeah,
I would not chanting. I have to, when I go from work from my house to the office.
Yeah.
I will drive. At that time, I had 73 tapes of Srila Prabhupada lectures, yeah, all these things,
Yeah.
and interviews, lectures. I would listen, going one side, the time coming back,
Yeah.
So that was my sadhana.
Yeah.
And in my room, I'll keep, in my office,
Yeah.
I'll keep Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita,
Yeah.
mostly Bhagavatam, and read myself right now.
Yeah.
So, but the chanting, I would finish in,
While transit. Yeah.
But usually I would get up because what happened, the another thing is what happened, that Mahakram, at that time, temple president was going to India. And he told me, do you like to worship deity? And I said, yes. So the temple president, his name was Kanupriya, he's going for Kartik month in Vrindavan. So he can bring the deity for you.
Yeah.
So I gave him $125.
Yeah.
So when he came, small deity came. And devotee from temple, pujaris, they will come and teach us everything. All Pancharatri Vidhi, I mean everything.
Yeah.
So, and then we had to,
Learn.
the other thing is that when I say to that time when the two devotees came for, I gave a donation, and I felt bad. My wife felt bad. They go hungry. We came to us.
Yeah.
So we asked him, can you come Wednesday?
Yeah.
And bring however number of people, devotees. There were 36 devotees lived in that temple.
Yeah.
You can bring them those who can come with
Yeah.
you. So he said 16 will come. I said doesn't matter. So Wednesday, and they came. 16 devotees came, and they liked prasadam so much. And then I told them that leftover, those who could not come, bring them here also. I said,
So
next Wednesday. So then he told me, if you want, we'll come every Wednesday.
yeah.
I said, fine. So they came 2 years constantly.
Wow.
This is their association.
Yeah.
I got this.
So Prabhu, you were cooking prasadam, you were chanting Hare Krishna, and you were listening to Srila Prabhupada's lectures. All this while you were working with your material work. It's a very nice example to follow, how we can balance both Krishna consciousness at the same time carry on with our careers. And I really like that how personal you were with your employees, that you would ask them about your cat. That really brings out your personal nature. And I wanted to ask you that when you said when you brought your relatives to US, you flew them to US and you got them connected to ISKCON. Was that challenging for you?
But I didn't understand what.
When your relatives, also you brought them from India, you flew them here from India to US, and you got them connected to ISKCON.
The way I did, because when they come first time, they have to stay in my house.
Yeah.
I have to pick them up from airport,
Yeah.
bring them until they find some job and place. Until then, they stay home. So every morning,
Yeah.
my wife will have them sit, give them mala, chanting Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
So all of them are exposed to Krishna consciousness movement.
Yeah.
And not just only relatives, I had so many friends also.
Yeah.
So So that's how, and then we started home programs with some local Indian people
Yeah.
and do some kirtan, and I'll speak philosophy, little bit, only philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Then I also started at the college students, they have a group that, and I will go and what I would do that from temple, I will take one devotee with me. And the devotee will have prasadam cooked from temple,
Yeah.
about for 16, 20 people. And he will come and bring the prasadam. I will take in my car in the university, and then program starts. Then first thing we do is chanting one round. Everybody sitting will bring extra malas and give it to everybody and give it to them and teach them how to chant on, and after one round I give some speak on philosophy, and I will invite them come to the temple.
Yeah. So are they all devotees now?
Hmm?
Are they all devotees now? All your relatives?
Not, there are many, but what happened? They come from outside,
Yeah.
outside cities
Yeah.
for education, so they go back to their places.
Yeah.
So whether they become devotee or not, but certainly on some of them who were, I found them interested, I will have them in my house, have a program. They all become a devotee on my home program.
Yeah.
Because we have a deity worship and everything.
Yeah.
Well,
So Prabhu, you said that when you drove from your house to your work, you used to hear some Prabhupada lectures. So how did Srila Prabhupada's lectures and reading his books help you in your spiritual life?
help me main thing in preaching.
Yeah.
Because whenever there are some conversation, I will remember what Prabhupada has said and all some of the things. So I will do that, and also something I will repeat when I have a congregation coming to my house or any other places.
Yeah.
That is how I remember what are Prabhupada's quotes and unquotes and all say. I give you one small example.
Yeah.
That when in the beginning, Prabhupada, there was one person who believed in Swaminarayan. You know Swaminarayan.
I know Swaminarayan, yes.
So one person went to Prabhupada and asked Prabhupada, what do you think about Swaminarayan Bhagavan? Prabhupada's answer was that I know only one Bhagavan, that is he is Krishna, rest of them are rascals. That was his answer. And so one time, and this is in New York, when one devotee, the same Swaminarayan person told Prabhupada that we do not see the face of woman. This is in our scriptures. Prabhupada said that's impossible. You go everywhere there are women.
Yeah.
What do you do with that? So that time Prabhupada was going in the temple, entering in the temple. At that some devotee Matajis bowed down to Prabhupada when he was coming in. Prabhupada said, if you associate with this woman, you will be
Yeah.
So this kind of things I remember
Yeah.
and tell them. So people like it.
Yeah.
Same time, even the Swaminarayan people,
Yeah.
I tell them,
Yeah.
you know. So I have, I read there, my scripture is called Sikshapatri. In the Sikshapatri, there is a first sentence in the Sikshapatri is up. In Gujarati it says Apna Ishtadev Krishna Che, means our worshipable deity is Krishna. I say, you read this thing, first sentence is this, why don't you believe in Krishna? Why do you say that the Swaminarayan is Bhagavan? And where did he become Bhagavan?
Yeah.
I mean, how did he Krishna has incarnation, is written in a books, in Srimad Bhagavatam. I will tell them, read this chapter, in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
So eventually they have to read that,
Yeah.
So this way I interject the
So Srila Prabhupada's books and his recordings really helped you to quote him under many circumstances while you're preaching to different devotees. And that is an amazing asset to have, to just immediately think of some of Prabhupada's instructions that he can bring up as an authority to present it to someone who is inquisitive or wants to learn something.
Yeah, so I mean, it's by Krishna's grace, I could preach to, and when I become temple president, it was in early days, when I became president in Phoenix, Arizona, Sunday, before class, I will have everybody chant one whole round, of Hare Krishna mantra. Then the arati starts and everything. But some of the Indian people, what they used to do, that previously, after arati, there is a prasadam. So they come at the end of arati, when after chamar, a fan is offered, that time they come.
That time.
So I named them that they are Krishna's fan club. So what happened? I met with some devotees and told them I want to change the schedule. So change the whole schedule. That first lecture, then prasadam, then arati, and that's it.
We have a similar structure in Mayapur, that some of the tourists, if they want free prasadam, then they have to attend this one round chanting japa class in Mangalarti, after Mangalarti. And then they're distributed the coupons for the prasadam, so they don't become Krishna's fan club.
That was, I mean, this was the thing people I had understood. We are Indian people, mostly come for prasadam. So want to make them Krishna conscious. So So when I was in Phoenix, Arizona, I go to Hindu temple or some other temples. I will preach to them, and I tell them, come to, there's a nice prasadam over there. So they will come, and some became devotees. And I was interested in making them life members. So one, because the money was the important thing. So made a lot of life members.
So, Prabhu, you're in this movement for over 50 years now?
From 69 to, 70, 75 to now. 34 years, I think.
34 years. So, over 3 decades
Hmm?
of service to Srila Prabhupada and preaching. What practical tips can you give us so that we can learn how to connect with devotees and how to preach with them, how to develop a relationship with them? What are some of the tips that you can share with us?
Well, you're talking about
For now.
Mayapur.
For
No,
Mayapur,
or general.
for the youth in general. Yeah.
In general, this when I was president, I have started these things about chanting one round,
Yeah.
and then you know then class and all and then prasadam, and also involve some people
Yeah.
who were good cook in the kitchen.
So the prasadam is tasty.
So for prasadam, devotee would make for deities.
Yeah.
But the other people who are good cook, let them cook, and then deity prasadam would be mixed with them, and will be so people are attracted with prasadam also.
Yeah.
And then I would find out who have some Lakshmi. I will ask them, can I come to their house? And they will be glad to have me. But I would go for making them a life member. So I had made, in Baltimore, I made about 12 of them,
Yeah.
And with that 12, they have a passport made in England, in London. So I will send the name of the person and the fee for that and give them a passport. With that passport, they can stay in any temple, anywhere, and then get prasadam and staying will be free. So that was the allurement. I knew that not many people are going to go to other countries or anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's how made life members, and still they are making life members.
So find the strengths of the different devotees or even new people who come. Find what their nature is like and put them in those similar kind of services. For example, if they're good at cooking, put them where in the kitchen so that they can make very tasty prasadam. The financially able people can become life members. So you basically find the strengths of different people and you engage them in Krishna service.
Yeah, and those who become devotee,
Yeah.
I tell them also that you do your own program. I'll teach you in couple first two sessions in a weekly program, and then you can take over and make more devotees. So that way it has, it worked out that
Yeah.
way. So spreading this way, and I also tell the person who is conducting program in his place, read Prabhupada's book.
Yeah.
Main thing is there. You get from there only. And usually I used to tell them, read biography, Prabhupada's, biography, and how he made it,
Yeah.
So that way we sell the books also there, biography books. And then in my house, when we do the program, we do bhajan also. We'll sing
Yeah.
Gaudiya Vaishnava songs,
They're so sweet.
and so I teach them how to sing,
Yeah.
we sing together. So and then we explain what is the meaning, and they listen to that. It's a philosophy also in there.
Yeah.
So they like it, and they start singing also. And the people who has nice voices, some women has nice voices, they sing any other thing instead of that. Sing this.
bhajan.
Sing this.
Yeah.
So, and we'll give them chance to sing in the temple.
Yeah.
One bhajan.
Yeah.
So they will be happy. And the people, this is nice song.
Yeah.
And this is what's
Works out.
so Prabhupada's books, song books, and all that thing.
Yeah. So make them understand the importance of Srila Prabhupada, make them understand how Prabhupada sacrificed for us,
Yeah.
and then make them understand Gauriya bhajans, make them learn Gauriya bhajans.
Yeah.
Those are some of the things you engage them.
Also, in the beginning, in Baltimore, I used to invite Prabhupada's first disciples, Brahmanand, Gargamuni. They both lived in Virginia, but it's not too far from Baltimore. So I used to, have their program, separate program in my house. And they used to come. They are friendly, very friendly with me. And then there was devotees from Gita Nagari. They are in a farm community. So I had friendly with them also, because since 1975, since the beginning of the Gita Nagari, I know all the people in there, taking care of 64 cows. Then they have dairy. They are milking cow, pasteurizing, bottling, all these things, and supply to the temples all over America. I used to go there stay for a month actually, and I will do bottling. Put it in, and also, so the Gita Nagari devotees always, I will stay for a month there, and from there they were very friendly, and whatever even monetary help or anything needed, I just don't want to brag about it, but my fixed amount of $6,000 yearly goes to Gita Nagari, because I am in love with the Radha Damodar. Was beautiful deity.
Such amazing pastime that you have. So humble that you're still you're bottling as well. Prabhu, you're now at the age of 85? 84. So Prabhu, you're 84 years old, and you still attend the morning program every day. And that is quite remarkable. And
well,
what inspires
it's a question of practice and habits.
It's practice.
I have, in my whole life, since I become devotee, we go to the temple. Or in my house, morning program would be start in 4:30 in my house in the morning. Many devotees didn't have in a temple, Baltimore temple. Initially it was a small. So most of the Prabhupada's disciples, they would come to my house and stay with me, and we would do the program in the morning in my house instead of going there. But so that is like a habit. So I would, it is. It is because of their association, we got some advancement. So many of devotees, they love me for some And Brahmanand, when he used to come, he would tell some jokes about what when he joined about that, and they are coming from Jewish family. And his mother, both Brahmanand and Gargamuni's mother, Jewish, lived in near Baltimore. So one time, Prabhupada was in Washington, and their mother found out that his vagabond sons, now they are improved. So she wanted to come and visit them, see them. How is that? So she called that I'm going to come and see you. So Prabhupada, they told Prabhupada that our mother is coming. Prabhupada told him, and she come bow down to her first. So when they came, she was interested to get them out from this thing because it's a new movement and all.
Yeah.
So what happened? When she came, both of them bowed down. She was impressed. First of all, and then she talked to them, and Prabhupada told her that I'm taking care of your sons. They are nice now, you know. So would you give some donation? She said, what? I gave my 2 sons to you. What else you want? That's what Prabhupada wanted to hear. Her permission.
Oh, wow, that's smart.
So one time Brahmanand went to see her, his mother. So he knocked on the door. She went, opened the door, nobody was there. When she saw, he was bowing down to her. So she was looking.
She was looking up. They were underneath.
He was doing. So, and from Gaurbanacari,
Yeah.
one devotee named Gaurahari. I don't know whether you know him or not, but he was very funny, very friendly. I have all the devotees from Gaurbanacari, my friends. Some of them have moved to Alachua, Florida.
Yeah.
But Gaurahari in the beginning, they joined from Morning Ranch. You know Morning Ranch. That was nudist camp. And one devotee took Prabhupada in a nudist camp. Well, people, men, women, naked, were running around, walking around. So this Gaurahari joined from there. So I asked him that when you are walking naked, if some gentleman comes, where would you hide? He said, behind a cabbage patch. The Buddhist was joking like that. When he joined, first time, Prabhupada was sitting on Vyasasana. He came, he put hand on Prabhupada's shoulder, and he said, how are you, Swamiji?
Yeah.
So somebody took him take him. But he himself said this thing, so many of this. So
Prabhu, some advice for us would be to have practice, to have habit of following sadhana, going to Mangalarti, following the morning program, and to have good association.
That is the main thing, association and my habit.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where I am. I go to morning. I go to Buddhist temple there,
Yeah.
morning temple. But then also I travel with not myself. No, in America when I retired, I started traveling myself, me and my wife, with our deity. In our deity, when we bought, and the devotee told us how to worship them, so punctuality was there. Even if I'm driving, and if it's 12 o'clock to do the offering,
Yeah.
my wife will sit it's a van, so she in van, offer the whatever she has to do offering. If she has to do arti, she will do the arti, all these things. One time we were in Vrindavan, in Gaurbanacari, and we went there, and it was at 12 o'clock. At that time, it was arti time. So my wife did offering 11:45,
Yeah.
and then I stopped the car in the Gitanagari on a sideway, and she was doing arati. So a lot of devotees saw that thing. Satsur Maharaj saw that thing
Yeah.
also. And he was impressed. And he said, do you keep the schedule? I said, yes, I could do that. So even if I come to India,
Yeah.
I bring that. We used to bring the deity.
Yeah.
You know.
Deity worship can make us really
Yeah.
disciplined.
Yeah. So I mean, this is taught by devotees.
Yeah.
That there has to be punctuality.
Yeah.
And it has to be there. And so we did it. Now same deity inherited by my daughter-in-law, my son. They are in America. My son grew up and married and stayed in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So they have the same deity, same schedule.
That's
But they are working, so my wife is staying with them. So she will do it.
she's doing the worship.
Yeah. So we kept on. So that is family tradition. We got it.
Thank you very much for sharing pastimes after pastimes, and
Yeah.
some of them are so lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us. That's all.
You know, Bhima Prabhu,
Yeah.
he's here. Bhima Prabhu, one time he came to Baltimore. That time we had installation of Radha Krishna deity. So he was there. And he was sitting there, and I knew him because I met him in Bombay. Before he was in Bombay at that time. Now he married to Prabhupada's niece.
Hmm.
So now he lives here.
Hmm.
So when he saw me, he said, why don't you come to my place? And I said, where is it? Where do you live? Then he told me, I live here. There. So I went to, so his wife and himself cooked something for me. And I said, you didn't have to go there. I should invite you to come. But this is how, the relation we have.
Yeah.
There's so many old devotees,
Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing so many amazing stories with
Yeah.
us. That's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.